Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Wait, that thing is going overdrive right now. Great. Probably just recording well. I don't even know. Yo, what is up, everyone? I am doing my Resident Evil 7 video now. Let me actually sit a little bit closer because I gotta explain something. I was originally going to upload this last week, right? Middle of last week. But I didn't realize that I just didn't really have it in me to, record and edit it and whatnot. But, today I was like, I want to do that, I'm going to finally get this video edited and then put out whatever. But then I realized there was something wrong with the editing software. And hopefully there's nothing wrong with this, or else you're never going to hear me say this, of course. But I was trying to record it at 4K while also playing at 4K, and unfortunately, this game doesn't like that. Or my hardware doesn't like that. I mean, I'm running 82 degrees Celsius in the starting menu at 4K. Not even 4K, 1440p. I do have RT on. So we are going to, of course, start with RT. I have high. Some of these settings can't go higher than high. Like very high is the highest for a lot of these. This doesn't go to maximum, it just goes to high. Shadow quality, we'll put very high. We'll put this high as well. And just some of these things I just don't like. Yeah. Let's press continue, and I'm just going to go exactly back to where I was before because I hadn't moved in terms of location in the game. I'm going to be testing out the outside of the Baker estate, since in my opinion, all of that foliage does make it the most graphically intensive part of the game. But yeah, my fans on my PC are going haywire. Oh, I'm getting 90-ish FPS with very low 1%. Okay, I guess we gotta wait for the game to load in. I mean, I have this on my hard drive, so it's not the best. We have a 20 millisecond delay. It looks okay, other than the stuttering, of course. Let's go check the settings out here. We're running 1440p, RT high, everything high as well. Or the highest, I guess you could say. And I'm trying to have it variable whilst doing that. And this is how everything looks. Of course, there's stuttering. I think that's just because I have this on my hard drive. I'm sure you're going to get very stable 1% in this game. It's very optimized. I mean, just look at the foliage. For a very optimized 2017 game, you can definitely see it. This looks like it was meant to run on a potato. I mean, it can run on a potato, I'm sure. But yeah, definitely not at 1440p with high ray tracing. And this is without any upscaling. So if we go over to graphics and we turn on FSR1 on ultra quality, we're going to start with that, of course. We're going to be getting up to 100, or actually, no. That's interesting. So it definitely does help out with the 1% when you go to ultra quality. So I would definitely 100% recommend ultra quality because it doesn't really impact your quality much, and some things just look bad. Like this has like horrible textures on it. Honestly, they need to retexture some of this game. I don't know why they didn't, but yeah. I mean, of course, they're probably going to come out with a new Resident Evil 7 remake, you know, in the next 5-ish years, I'd bet. Because, I mean, what, you have Resident Evil 5 coming up next, the remake. Well, you have that, I think, after Code Veronica. But, yeah, without that being said, or with that being said, I just said that in my last video. Oh my gosh, I need to fix my grammar. I'm also low-key not feeling well right now, so this is quality FSR 1.0. Doesn't look bad. I mean, it doesn't look necessarily the greatest, but it does work, especially if you're trying to get stable 1%. Of course, you may be wondering, why are some of my settings like that? Well, if you put on screen right now, okay, I'm not sure if you can see it, but that is my overclocked stuff, right? You're gonna notice that I have this amount of GPU memory increase, and then there's the core increase. I have the power percent, I believe, to 123. Of course, you know, if you don't see that on screen and it says something else, then I guess I'm a fool. I'll have my fan speed at 100 because honestly, I'm getting 82 degrees Celsius. Bit ridiculous, but of course, I'm gonna look inside too, just so you know what the inside frames are gonna look like. Of course, I'm on a hard drive, so it's gonna stutter a bit when you open graphically demanding areas, and it has to load all of the stuff attached to it. See, most of the time you're gonna be inside, so you don't really have to worry too much. And especially with NVIDIA's shader preloading beta things, it's going to be a lot better. But with that being said, let's go all the way over to FSR. Oh, balanced. There we go. Let's try out FSR balanced. And we are getting many frames, many FPSs. Just looking around. What I am noticing is that this card is wattage. And what I mean by that is it'll take too much heat, it'll become too hot, that even though I've seen it pull up to 300 plus watts, it heats up far too quickly. It is far too hot. Like if there was like a water-cooled version of this card, it could definitely become like insanely powerful. But unfortunately, there hasn't been a version I've seen for a good enough price to warrant getting it, other than like upgrading to like a 3070 Ti or 3080, you know. But you know that with that being said, let's go to performance FSR. Look at things. Okay, so I can definitely notice the performance. I mean, it is FSR1, so I don't know what I expect. I don't expect it to be greatest thing on planet Earth. Oh, I don't know why I just had a crazy lag spike. It's like every time I open my inventory. But that to me is quite interesting. So yeah, let's go to 4K now. Now I'm gonna do 4K without RT first. Of course, this card can run 1440p without RT. I just figured that if you have this card, might as well run it with RT because you're gonna get it's a single player game. You're gonna get enough performance to use it with RT, but yeah, let's go off. Or I don't think you can use ray tracing. I mean, you probably can with this card. It just needs more cooling, honestly. But let's put it on 4K. And let's continue. Again, this is 4K, highest settings that it could be other than ray tracing now. So if you could just put that on screen, great. And interestingly enough, we're getting less FPS at 4K, but it does look a lot better. So I would recommend going, and keep in mind, I have a 1440p monitor and I can notice the difference in this. So if that doesn't say anything, I don't know what will. Again, we have this, which just looks like they put like a 360p image onto here. But yeah, this definitely looks very good from a distance, but then up close, of course, it looks very shabby. This game I think they took a lot of photos for all of the textures in this game, like of real life things. That's why from a distance, it just looks very, very realistic. Then when you get close enough, it's like, what is this, you know? That's why like these newspapers look so good, other than like the foliage going through the chair, of course. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for now. I don't plan on testing this at 4K with ray tracing just because this card, I'm running into heating issues. And I'm sure unless you have like a 10 fan setup with crazy Noctua fans going full blast, you'd probably be able to get better temps. Or if you have that and water cooled, you'd probably get better temps. It's just for me not efficient and not a good testing benchmark at this time. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this is informative. And here's just a quick showing of ultra quality. Here's quality. Oh, and you don't have to bother putting up like the 50 different settings I'm changing right now at this fast pace because I'm just merely mentioning it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. I'm able to get up to my refresh rate at quality 4K. And here is balanced. Feels very nice, looks very nice as well. If you want high FPS, I'd recommend balanced 4K. Now, here is performance. Again, FSR1's performance does not really look good at all. I mean, for being performance, it looks fine, but it's just not it. Of course, I am running this at 4K, so it does look a lot better, because you have to think they're upscaling this from like what, like 720p? So it's not as bad as say 1440p or even 1080p. But yeah, like I was saying before, with that being said, you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.